Be sure to tune in to At Home with Christ Ministry with Julie Thomas, broadcasting Monday nights at 8 p.m. live on licmc.net, radio, Facebook, and YouTube.
Hello, everybody out there, and welcome to another edition of the At Home with Christ podcast show. I'm your host, Julie Thomas, and tonight we have a friend of mine. Her name is Dorothy, and she's going to begin by telling us a little bit about herself and her ministry. So let's get right in, and excuse me, I have a cold, allergies. Let's start with Dorothy telling us a little bit about what she's been doing in the world of ministry for women.
Well, for women, I am interested in listen to them and work with them, and because we all need to listen to each other, whatever they're going through, because I have compassion. And that's what my ministry is all about. My ministry is all about having compassion for any man, woman, boy, or girl. And if you saved, unsaved, I have compassion for you. And because I especially, from the less fortunate to the homeless. That's what I have compassion for. I could do anything for them, because I mean, it just hurt me to my heart when I see women hurting, because I was hurting I was hurt myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can relate to women.
Amen to that. I think a woman's testimony can go a long way to help another woman. Like myself, with my testimony, and I always say that women have a voice, and that we should use our voice and speak up. So I happen to agree with you, and I like what you just said. What other projects have you been working on when it comes to women to help them with suffering?
Well, but matter of fact, I like to have my own community center. So, or I can give them my phone number so they can call me, and I will listen to them, and then I will minister to them after they talk. After they talk, I would, and then I will, pray with them, or if they ask, or I would try, to help them out, because I can see what women is going through, because number one, they don't, folks don't think that we have, have something to say. We do have something to say, but people is not allowing us women, to say anything. It's always a man, do something. I mean, said something, but they don't give us a chance to express ourselves.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought, because I know, like from growing up, it's just like not really being able to use express my own self and my own feelings. And now I'm more of an advocate, just like you said, to get women to use their voice. We matter. What we have to say better. We want, you and I both want women out there to know that their voice matters. What you say do better.
Yes, it does.
And do you think that that the reason why some women can speak up, do you think it has something to do with the enemy that is telling them that your voice doesn't matter? The enemy could be just feeding them misinformation and telling them that their voices doesn't matter.
Well, see, men thinks that we are supposed to sit back and be quiet. But I know Paul said that if we want to know something, we have to ask our husband at home what's going on in the church. But we in grace now. We in grace. Even Paul said that in the New Testament. But we need to hear also, as well as men do. Some men do not believe in women preachers. They think that we need to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
No, God called Mary Magdalene. God called Debbie. Debbie was a judge, and she was a prophetess.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think God meant for us to be quiet. He don't mean for us, see, because he, like I said, he called all he got fivefold ministry. Apostle,
yes.
He called apostle, prophet, evangelist, teachers, and and pastors. Well, I probably say pastors then teachers first. But yeah, fivefold ministry. He didn't say it have to be a man or a woman. It could be any. God used everybody, man and a woman. They even use children. I seen on Facebook that they had used children.
Okay.
Like 7-year-old or whatever. I mean, they is using the young people also. You know, that's why I said God is using anybody, everybody.
Yes,
Everybody has a gift. Everybody have a gift.
everybody does have a gift, yes. And God, chooses who he wished at that particular time, at that particular time in you.
Right, right.
So our question is, how can we make women's ministry more effective for women?
Because number one, they really don't. They really don't want to use us. They don't. Like I said, they just want to sit down and just don't do nothing.
Right.
That's all. That's all they want us to do. Just sit down and do nothing.
Right.
But the devil is a liar. I'm going to let God use me. As God gave women talent or gift as well as men. God used anybody. That's what he does. He used anybody. He don't just use men.
No, he doesn't. He can use women, he can use men, he can use children.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And that's something that we should, that's something that we all should remember,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think women are at the front of the spiritual battle, and women need to stand up and be held accountable, use their voice and their powers.
Yes. Yes.
So what are your thoughts on that?
My thought is that you're right. You know what? This is the 21st century now. It's time us to us women to speak up. It's to speak up for God. Speak up or for anything. Long as it's spiritual. Long as it's spiritual, but it can be natural too. But the spiritual always we have to put God first of everything we doing.
Right.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we can be succeed. So that's what I think. Number one, put God first. Always put Him first.
Okay.
Always.
Amen. Definitely. Amen to that. Amen to that. And what advice out there do you have for women?
Okay. Women, if you have gifts and you have back in you that you can't the usual gift what God gave you, do it. Do it. I know everybody had gifts, they sitting on the gifts. Go and use it. Go and use it with God's ability. But first, still talk to God, but still use your gift. Don't sit on it. Don't sit on it.
Amen to that. Definitely. Okay. And how can our viewers out there get in touch with you? Do you have like a website or a phone number?
Okay, my number is 302-470-9657. And if you need my email is dorothypat123@gmail.com.
Okay. And Dorothy here is going to be one of our, I know it's a little early, announcement, but Dorothy is coming to, hopefully coming to Michigan in June of 2025. So if you would like to meet her, we're also going to have her back on our show into the new year, 2025. She'll be back on our show. We look forward to having you back on our show, Dorothy, and we'll talk more into the new year about what the 2025 women's Metro Detroit Women's Tea will look like. She will be one of our guests. And thank you a lot, Dorothy. And we'll talk.
Yes.
Yes, we will we'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Yeah, God bless everybody.
God bless you too, Dorothy.
Okay.
All right.
Be sure to tune in to At Home with Christ Ministry with Julie Thomas, broadcasting Monday nights at 8 p.m. live on licmc.net, radio, Facebook, and YouTube.